Why are so many young Brits leaving the UK? The United Kingdom has long been admired for its history, culture, and institutions. Yet in recent years, a noticeable trend has emerged. More young people are considering opportunities abroad. While most still live, work, and build their futures in Britain, a growing number are exploring life beyond its borders. The question is no longer whispered, it's asked openly. Why are so many young Brits leaving the UK? Facts behind this trend, drawing on official data, economic realities, and changing global expectations, all presented in a respectful and balanced way. What the data tells us. Let's begin with the facts. According to the Office for National Statistics, ONS, around 557,000 people emigrated from the UK in the most recent 12-month reporting period. While many of these were foreign nationals returning home, a notable share were British citizens. Among them, a sizable proportion were young adults aged 18 to 35. In surveys, the trend becomes clearer. A 2023 YouGov poll found that 72% of young people in this age group would consider relocating abroad, even if just temporarily. And while intention doesn't always equal action, this figure reveals a growing curiosity about life outside the UK. Importantly, these moves aren't always permanent or political. Many young Brits see time abroad as part of their broader career and life journey, a chance to gain experience, grow professionally, and return home with new perspectives. The cost of living, a key pressure point. The rising cost of living in the UK is often cited as a major motivator for those considering a move. Inflation, housing costs, transport, and even groceries have become more expensive in recent years, placing pressure on young professionals, particularly those early in their careers. A report by the Resolution Foundation showed that young people are more likely to be affected by rising rent and energy prices, especially those living independently. In London and other major cities, rents frequently exceed £1,200 per month for a one-bedroom flat, before even factoring in council tax or utilities. By contrast, other countries offer a lower cost of living relative to income. Places like Portugal, Poland, or even parts of Spain and Italy allow young people to enjoy more space, lower rents, and often a more relaxed lifestyle, all without sacrificing modern amenities. Still, it's worth noting that some parts of the UK offer more affordable options, particularly in the North, Wales, and Scotland. The decision to leave often depends on personal circumstances and career plans, not simply economic pressure. Work and wages, comparing the playing field. The UK has a highly diversified economy and remains one of the world's financial powerhouses. However, wage growth in some sectors has not kept pace with inflation over the last decade. For many young people, especially recent graduates or those entering public service careers, salaries may not stretch far enough to support rent, travel, or saving. In contrast, countries like Australia and Canada offer strong labour protections, attractive starting wages, and clearer pathways for career development. Some British professionals working abroad report significantly higher earnings in sectors such as nursing, engineering, IT, and teaching. Of course, wages alone don't tell the whole story. Taxation, healthcare costs, and housing must also be considered when comparing countries. But when young professionals see better net outcomes elsewhere, it's no surprise they begin weighing their options. Housing, the dream and the difficulty. Home ownership has long been part of the traditional British life path, but many young adults now see that goal slipping out of reach. With average house prices topping £280,000, many feel that saving for a deposit is unrealistic, especially in cities. Government programs such as Help to Buy have helped some, but critics argue that supply shortages, particularly in affordable housing, continue to push prices beyond the reach of first-time buyers. Abroad, the picture can look different. In countries like Germany, renting is common, and tenants often enjoy strong rights and long-term stability. Meanwhile, in parts of Eastern and Southern Europe, property is comparatively more affordable. This doesn't mean housing abroad is perfect, but for some young Brits, relocating offers a faster route to housing security, whether through renting or ownership. Education and international experience. The UK's world-class education system is one of its strongest assets, and British degrees are highly regarded around the globe. That international recognition opens doors for graduates looking to study or work abroad. Many students now consider international master's programs, internships, or fellowships in countries like Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, and New Zealand, where post-study work visas and graduate schemes are welcoming and accessible. And it's not just about employment. Living abroad offers the chance to build language skills, understand other cultures, and adapt to different professional settings. Experiences that are increasingly valued in a globalized job market. It's important to stress that many of these students eventually return to the UK with enhanced skills and fresh perspectives. Their time abroad is an asset, not a loss. Lifestyle and work-life balance. In today's fast-paced world, work-life balance has become a key priority for younger generations. While many UK employers now offer hybrid working and flexible hours, some countries are viewed as going a step further. Places like Sweden, Denmark, and the Netherlands often lead global rankings for quality of life. Factors like shorter average work weeks, strong public transport, generous holiday allowances, and an emphasis on wellness contribute to this image. It's not that life in the UK is inherently worse, far from it. But when young professionals compare options, lifestyle perks abroad can tip the scales, especially if paired with affordable living and better pay. The remote work revolution. The pandemic changed everything, particularly how and where people work. Remote jobs are now common in fields like tech, design, writing, marketing, and consulting. This shift has opened the door for thousands of Brits to live abroad while working for UK or global companies. Thanks to fast internet, international payment systems, and digital nomad visas offered by countries like Estonia, Portugal, and Barbados, the world has become far more accessible. For these individuals, relocating isn't necessarily about leaving the UK behind. It's about exploring different environments while staying connected professionally. And in many cases, they still pay UK taxes, vote in UK elections, and plan to return. Who's really leaving? Now, to balance the conversation, it's important to be clear that most young people in the UK do not emigrate. The majority build careers, relationships, and families within the country, enjoying all the benefits of British life. In fact, the UK remains a top destination for young people from around the world, thanks to its universities, creative industries, and global connections. Many British towns and cities are thriving hubs of innovation, culture, and education. The key message here is that why are so many young Brits leaving the UK? Does not imply a crisis or mass exodus. Rather, it's a reflection of a generation that sees borders differently, one that values freedom, flexibility, and global experiences. Temporary moves and the return home. Many young Brits who leave the country do so on a temporary basis, whether it's a gap year, a job contract, or a postgraduate course. Their intention is often to return, with new experiences and skills that enrich their careers back home. In fact, returnees often bring back language abilities, cross-cultural understanding, and technical expertise that benefit their communities and the broader UK economy. In this sense, youth mobility can be seen as an asset, not a liability. It creates a more adaptable, outward-looking workforce, something increasingly valuable in a competitive global economy. So, Why are so many young Brits leaving the UK? The answer is layered. It's not about abandoning Britain. It's about exploring what the wider world offers. With rising global mobility, young people are seeking choice, growth, and opportunity. Many will return, others will stay, but all remain part of Britain's evolving story. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.